So why does this matter? I don't think there's anything more fulfilling in the world than showing up to have a desired emotional impact on people you care about. I don't think there's anything better than that, personally. And to do it in your own unique way that you're talented at, and in a way that you're impacting people in a way that matters to you. So many of you do that in your everyday, with the design you do, with the way that you can show up at work, with the way that you can show up at home. I don't think there's anything better than that, quite personally. So I want to paint us a picture. What does an organization and leaders, what does it actually look like to be living your why? This is what Simon is writing about next. He's currently in the depths of writing a book called The Infinite Game, and it is based upon game theory, and it's pretty cool. So I want to talk about it. So who's familiar with game theory? Great, if you know more than I do, let me know. So my understanding of game theory is that there are two types of games. There are finite games and there are infinite games. Finite games are known players, we know who's at play, known rules and agreed upon criteria and metrics for success. We know the game we're playing, and the game ends. The game has a finite ending. So for example, if the Tigers are beating the Yankees tonight in the bottom of the ninth, it's 6-3, the Yankees can't go over to the Tigers and be like, give us 12, we can come back, right? There's two known players. There isn't this mysterious team that runs out from the bullpen and starts to play, right? No, that would break the system. We have agreed upon rules, though the strike zone is subjective right now. May not be in a few years, but that might ruin the game, some purists would say. And the game ends. An infinite game is defined as having known and unknown players. There are no agreed upon rules or criteria for success, and the goal of the game is to exist. The game keeps going. So known and unknown players. This is why we never see our competition coming, right? MySpace never saw Napster. Just doesn't happen. We never see where our competition is coming because they do run in from the bullpen and they can take over. We have no agreed upon criteria or rules for success. This is why we can say, I'm number one in my industry. And you go, what industry are you in? Oh, me too. I'm number one too. What? Because we don't have agreed upon metrics and success. And for some reason, we chase quarters and we chase fiscal years. But if all of a sudden a fiscal year was 18 months, that's how we'd measure our success. It's arbitrary, and it's not agreed upon. There's no mutual understanding. Further, every single business and organization that exists today was preceded by another and will be outlasted by another. Business is an infinite game, and so many of us are playing it in a finite way. And the funny thing is that if you have a finite player versus a finite player, the system's in balance. Baseball. If you have an infinite player versus an infinite player, the system's in balance. Cold War, right? Still going on probably. Ideological. Never ends. Which is why when the US declared, we won the Civil War, no you didn't. It's still going on. It's an ideological battle. Infinite, infinite, the system's in balance. But if you have a finite player versus an infinite player, the system is not in balance. And what will always happen is the infinite player will put the finite player into quagmire. The finite player will either lose the desire, the will, or the resources to play in the game. And so if you want to be a why-based organization, every single why, unlocking human promise, does that end? You're like, check, nailed it. What are we doing tomorrow? We're coming back and figuring out how to do it better, more, impact more, deeper impact, scale. Not done, we're just getting started. Tip of the iceberg, baby, right? That's what we say. When we have a why, we have something that we can live into forever.